but she was more quiet. And the foreign woman will engage you. She wants to, they are different mindset altogether. So here I am. I've lived in the West, like Linda is saying, I've lived in the Western world most of my life, half of my adult years, and I'm going to Ghana to get married. And then she comes. She's very, very different. Very, very different. She doesn't engage me, the things I wanted to be there, she's not there. Her normal is different. Her normal, they have, take her time, and I'm boiled on the inside. Boiled. Why? Because her normals in the family, families like that. They take their time. And then you remember, if you date for everything, we don't, the thing that's supposed to take 2 days to do, they will do it probably in 2 months. The normal is different. When there's no patience, when there's no tolerance, when there's no long suffering, you will love somebody, and then because your normal is different, you'll be nagging, you'll be fighting over stupid stuff, things that are not even important, And what makes the marriage beautiful is when both of you have different flavors, and that both flavors are coming out together to
because you can never be on the same page.
You can never be on the same page, yeah. And opposite attract, So the need here there is patience and education. You educate him and you educate her on your normal. You can even stay in Ghana and you be an Ashanti and marry somebody from an Ewe tribe, or be a Fanti, marry someone from a Northern tribe. 2 different normals. Or you can even live in Accra, and you are living in Accra, but you are living for 2 different lifestyles. You are growing up as a young boy. We are 16 boys in the house, and all of us are eating from the same bowl. We are eating, and we eat very fast because whoever is strong eat the most. You have to learn to take the meat and be fast. And my wife, they take their time, they put their drink, and then they take their time, and they eat like snails, and you get what I'm saying? Why? Because normals are different. So you can be in the same region, you can be from the same country, you can even live in the same neighborhood, but your culture in your home and the culture from the home you are marrying into is different. It's different. I like to do my things quietly and privately. I don't talk about things. I don't like more attention on me. I hate it. I don't like it. Bishop Benjamin, Doctor, the way people like it and they come. No, I don't like it. My spirit man hates it. I want my result to speak for me. Some people will come and then my name is Archprophet, Archbishop. My wife can take it. My spirit grieves on that thing. I like to stay underneath. I like people I like underdogs, people who are struggling, people who are coming up in life, and the people they will like the upper and top,
the upper class.
Upper class. I like people who are the beginners, the strugglers, and I want to be able to pump myself in them, So if you don't discover your normal, the normals are different. Even with our children, you can realize that you can have two different children, and both of them they live in 2 different worlds. Their mindset and their belief system is
Everything is different.
Their normals are different. And those normals are what they are going to take into marriage. And so if their spouses don't have the patience to stay them and say, he's like that, she's like that, now we have to find a common ground and come together so that we can build a happy home. You can live together as a couple, love Jesus, pray in tongues, fast and pray, deal with the enemy, and still because of your self-centered upbringing, you can't live with anybody else. Well, you're normal. You don't want to let go of your normal. I am an American. I am a British. I am a Ghanaian, and this is how I was raised. No, I bought one of my colleagues from somewhere, and then he came, and then his armpit was smelling. One of my homeboys, his armpit was smelling, and then came among Americans, and they gave me a sign. They said, "Man, your friend, his armpit is smelling. His armpit is smelling. He doesn't use deodorant." To him, he didn't smell anything. It's normal to him. And I have to go and talk to him that, hey man, your armpit, you need deodorant. You get offended. Why do I need deodorant? It's a grown man. Why do I need deodorant? I'm a grown man. I don't need any deodorant. And that's it. But that thing can close doors against him. Why? He doesn't see it. He doesn't see the need of using deodorant. But his armpit is smelling. So he is entering into a different world, but he needs coaching. He needs of patience. Otherwise, you can be a good person and lose people that are precious in your life.
Yeah, so it's very important. Prophetess was saying something. It's very important that
they're British boys.
Yeah, so I can tell that from the way she's talking, the husband is maybe just like you. You know, like those that they are not melancholics.
Yeah.
You know, who are like that. So the antidote is that all you have to do is just keep on picking, because I remember I used to nag a lot. I mean, I used to nag, complain. How did you put this? Yeah, pick it up. Honey, why did you put this up? Why did you do this? And you realize that the more you are talking, the more you get frustrated.
Yeah.
So you have to develop a new attitude. And the attitude is that pick it up. The attitude is that when you put it doesn't do anything to you. It does not make you less of a person. As a matter of fact, it brings peace. You know, it just brings peace, you know, to save all this nagging yourself, to save yourself from nagging and complaining. Why did you put this here and I picked this one, and you just put this one there and I picked this one? Sometimes I talk, but I realize that the talking does not solve the problem. So the more you are talking, before you realize, you might get high blood pressure. You know, so as we are saying, we are coming from different backgrounds. We've been raised differently. This person has stayed with the parents for maybe 35 years. You don't expect to change him in 1 year. You don't expect him to change in 2 years. So you want to give yourself 35 years. The same way it took him for the parents to raise him before you met him, you want to give yourself the same amount of years.
But it may not take that much.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, for example, if you think you don't have all the patience and you are tired, you know, you want to give yourself that 35 years, you know, if you feel you are just tired, let's take it from this point of view. Give yourself that 35 years and see whether your husband will not change, and see whether, you know, he will not get to adjust whilst you also adjust. There's something that we are forgetting. If we are trying to let our husbands to do something, we also have our faults. There are certain things that we also do, you know, like this girl. There are certain things that we also do as women that also get on their nerves, you know, as men. So you also have your normals, and to your husband is also not a normal. Yes, my husband feels I'm too slow. To him, he thinks I'm a very, very, very slow person. I'm not like and up. And I don't see myself as a slow person. I see myself as someone who is fast. But because of where he's coming from, he sees me as a very slow person. So
sometimes I feel like checking into a hotel to get my sanity. Yeah, it's normal, but with time you realize that.
Yeah.
With time you realize that you're beginning to become like him. You know, but with time you become more British.
Because I don't even think that you have stayed with him for a long time.
No,
you know, you have not stayed with him for like 3 years, 4 years. So the first year, second year, 3 years, 4 years, up to 5 years, you want to give yourself 5 years, and the 5 years is adjustment.
Yeah.
Getting to know each other, getting to tolerate each other, getting to understand each other, knowing his normals, knowing his temperament. You have your temperament. And I think Prophetess is a choleric. Maybe he's a choleric and melancholic, you know. And your husband might be phlegmatic and sanguine, you know. So when you have that kind of combination, it needs a whole lot of tolerance, you know. You have to try to adjust him. So the first 5 years of staying with your spouse is adjustment. It's getting to know each other, getting to understand each other, getting to know his normals, his lies, and okay. He said, I'm phlegmatic. I can't believe it. You don't look phlegmatic. You know, so, yeah, she doesn't look like. So that is the time that you get to know each other, and then you are adjusting and all that. So for marriage, it's a hard work. And if you know you are not ready for it, you don't want to go in for it. But if you know you are ready for marriage, you want to stay married, you want to enjoy your spouse, you need a lot of long suffering, a lot of patience, a lot of understanding. As a woman, a lot of humility. And as a man, a lot of love, a lot of patience. Because if you don't have all this fruit of the Spirit, you can never and ever enjoy marriage, especially when you're coming from different backgrounds, being raised differently, different mentality, different attitude, everything is different. It will take you a while. It's a process. It's a process. I used to complain a lot when we get married. It was too much. I mean, I was so mad. I mean, oh Jesus, it was too much. But you realize that the more you are living together, you know, the more you realize that this thing that you are talking about, it is not even changing. So Prophet, the more you are saying, oh, he put this thing, that thing is not even changing. You know, it is not even changing. You complaining, you put his things here, he doesn't pick up. He's not changing. And most men are like that. Most men will put their things anywhere. So as I said, you just pick it up and you you keep going, I don't think you're going to have a waist pain. No. You know, I've been picking for almost 15 years. I never had a waist pain. You're not going to have a waist pain. You're never going to have a waist pain. So let's just do that. And I believe that our marriage are going to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
If you have a question, please go ahead and then ask the question. If you have a question, go ahead and ask it. And then we'll just go ahead and answer. You say, I do. Of course. I just keep on keeping on. It's going to be all right. When you begin to when you begin to get to know each other better and you begin to enjoy each other better, you get to know the normals and all that. You realize that it's so easy to stay with your spouse, you know. But as I said, for the first few years, it's going to be a lot of challenges.
The thing about it is that with time, you begin to act like him. It's amazing. You'll be surprised.
You know, somebody called me, one of my spiritual mothers, she called me, I really admire her. She said, you talk like your husband. He said, the way you act is just like your husband. You look so much like your husband.
You start talking like
him. He said, everything that you do is like your husband. Yeah. And I said, no, he rather looks like me, you know, and then we started laughing about it. And I can see it. Some of my gestures, some of the things that I do and all that, I could see my husband inside of me.